Hello children, today I will teach you grammar, page number 76. So the topic is the past participle. So grammar topic, the past participle, that is given in your textbook, page number 76. So already we have discussed present participle, right? Today we will learn past participle. So in your textbook they have given nearly 6 points about this past participle. So but now I am going to discuss only 3 points, the first 3 points about this past participle. So it has various functions, not only one function, so it has different functions, the past participle. First let me explain what is this past participle. So past participle form of verb, action verb will be having the past participle form of the verb, the third form. So it may be ed form or en form. Okay, it has ed, means the verb action verb added with ed. At the end of the action verb we can add ed or even en. Some verbs will be having added with ed form and some verb will be having with en forms. So here 2 examples. Worry. Worry is the action verb. Okay, what is the past form of this? Worried. And in the same way past participle also worried. If you take the example steal, so it has the past participle form stolen. Steal, stole, stolen. These are all irregular verbs because they have all the 3 forms will be different. They will not have the same forms. For example, if you take the action verb take, took, taken. Okay, decide, decided, decided. For some verbs will be having ed and the some different verbs they may have the other form en form. So the past participle will be having 2 forms. One is ed form and another one is en form. Okay, the action verb which has the past participle ed form or even en form, so they act in the different methods and different sentences we can use them. So if you see the first point that is given in your textbook, so first if you say past participle help you to make compound verbs. So here we can use past participles to make the compound verbs, means add 2 to 3 verbs we can add at a time. So in that first form if you see passive construction, so how to use this past participle in the passive construction? What is this passive construction? Passive construction is nothing but so using or making the action verb in the receiving position. Okay, the action verb, we are using the action verb, but that action verb will not be in the doing position. It will be the noun which is using that action verb, it is in the receiving position. For example, so here they have given, I was surprised by the great man's humility. Okay, so here we can, surprised is the action verb. I was surprised. It means that this person himself was surprised. It is in the passive form, means this action verb is in the receiving form. It is not doing the action. So we have the 2 people, right? Doers and the receivers. The action verbs will be in different form. Doing action verb. Sometimes it will be in the receiving position. So that's called, we have the passive form or passive construction. Active and passive. Active form, action verb will be in the doing. It will be doing some action. But in the passive form, that noun which is using the action verb is in the receiving position. I was surprised. Simple example I will tell you. I gave chocolates. I gave you chocolates, for example. I gave you chocolates. Means first person I. He is doing the action. What is that action? Giving action. But the other person you. You are in the receiving action, the action done by the other person, and you are the receiver, doer and the receiver. Right. Receiver is in the passive form, doers are in the active form. Got it? So that's what we are telling here, passive construction. I was surprised. In another form, for passive form, I told the example, I gave you chocolates. Gave, I is in the position, active position. If you want to change that into passive form, we can change. That for that we need to follow certain rules that we can come to know in the next year, that is 8th standard, we can learn those things. Just I gave the example. So here I is in the passive form, it is receiving the action. What is that action? Surprise. Because of someone's action, so this person is receiving that action. And another one is in the construction of perfect tense. Second point for compound verbs is, so in the construction means you can make perfect tenses by using this past participle. So as per the example given in your textbook is, I have left my shoes here. They have been stolen. So here which is past participle? So here I had left my shoes here. I had left. Had is the perfect tense. It shows past perfect tense. Okay. I had left my shoes here. Had is the perfect tense. It shows the perfect tense, and left is the past participle form of leave. Leave, left, left also another one. So what happened? They have been stolen. They refers to what? Shoes. So this person had left his shoes particular place. After that, what happened to the shoes? They have been stolen. So stolen is the past participle form. Steal, stole, stolen. Stolen is the past participle form. So we can use this past participle form to make compound verbs by using two methods. One is in the passive form and another one is in the perfect tenses. Two ways we can use. Let me give some more examples for these 2 points. After that, we will go to the next point, that is B. Okay, if we see passive construction, first method, we will see past participle. Past participle to make compound words. First point, if we say to make compound verbs. In that first point, what is that? Passive form. If we see passive form or passive construction, if we take. So it means that it is in the receiving the action. Passive form means here receiving the action, whatever the action is there. The verb will be in receiving the action. So I will give the example. For example, here in your textbook already it is there, no? So similarly, I will give one more example. I was surprised by the great man's humility. So here which is past participle? Surprised. Next, another example I will give you. So if we take Malini was attracted. See here, attracted is the action verb. She was attracted. By what? By the beauty of the Taj Mahal. Okay. So here same similar example, it is in the passive form. So attracted is the action verb. Attracted is the action verb. So and it is compound verb also at the same time because helping verb is also there. So if we take, it is acting, it is in the receiving action. So Malini, she is not doing any action. She is receiving that. What is that action? Attract. She was attracted. She is not doing any action. Got it? She was under the action. It means she is receiving that action. It is in the passive form. So passive form means the thing, the noun which is a noun of that particular verb should be in the receiving that action verb. Then only we can say that is in the passive form. Remember, it will be passive, receiving the action. Active means doing the action. So in that directly in that noun will be doing the action. So here it was, Malini was attracted by the beauty of the girl. So here it is passive form, and according to our topic it is past participle. But it is in the ed form. Got it? Attract is the verb, but after that we have added ed. Attract is the main verb. So we have added ed. So that we got the word attracted. This is past participle. Okay. Another example shall I give? Students are given. If you take another example, see here. Students are given a tough task. Okay, students are given a tough task. We don't know who has given. Maybe definitely teachers, right? So here students are given. Students is noun, we know that. So which is action verb here? Given. Given is the action verb, but the form of this action verb, give is the main form, base form, and past participle form of the give is given. Give, gave, given. Given is the past participle. So given, en, we have added en here. So it is past participle. So we can put pp. It is in the receiving position. It is received by the noun students. So students are in the receiving position. They are not doing any action. Got it? That's why we can say here this is passive form. Students are receiving which action? Giving action. Someone has given. They are not given. They have not done anything. They are not doing anything. They are not giving anything. But they have taken, you can say, indirectly you can say. So one assignment has been given to these people. So remember, they are not doing the action. So it is in the passive form. For example, if you want to make this as active form, not in the passive, so that will be different. Students are giving a tough task. So the meaning will be completely different. Students are giving a tough task means they are doing some action, but here they are not doing any action, even they have been given some action. Next, so got the point. Next we will move to the next example, next point. So in our textbook, the next point is in the construction of perfect tenses. So how to use past participle in the perfect tenses. So while making the perfect tense, so how can we use this past participle? So in your textbook, the example is given like this. I have left my shoes here. They have been stolen. As I have explained already, we can move to the next example. Similar example I will give you two. So in construction of the second point, if it is, shall I put A here, we can take B. So here in construction, construction of perfect tenses. Okay. So, how to make the perfect tense and you can use the past participle form. So, here let me give one example. If we take here Smita had requested her manager to grant her leave. Would able to see? Okay, Smita had requested her manager to grant her leave. So, she needs leave. So, she had requested. What happened? How can we write? The leave has been granted. The leave has been granted. ED form. Granted is in adjective. Past participle. Grant, granted. Request, requested. We can use another example. My father had bought a new dress. Okay, but it has been torn. It has been torn. Torn is the past participle form of tear. Bought. Here this is also past participle. Buy, bought. Tear, torn, tore. T-A-R. You can use like that. T-O-R-E, T-O-R-N. Okay. So, like that we can use the past participle form of verbs in the perfect tenses. Okay. Then let us move to the second point. The function, see here, they function as adjectives that come before a noun, and second, if you see C point, the same thing. They function as adjectives that come after a noun. So, two things we can see, before a noun and after a noun. We can use the past participle form of a verb as adjectives, and also here they are telling the position of the adjectives also. Either it may be before the noun or after the noun. We can use. So, we can place the adjectives before the noun or after the noun, but the adjectives are not the normal adjectives that we use, but here the adjectives are past participle form of the verbs. Okay, for example, before going to the point, let me explain how can we use the past participle form of a verb as an adjective. Okay, past participle of a verb we can use as an adjective. How? Can we give one example? So for example, here itself, see, father had a worried look. Worried is the action verb. But here in this sentence, it is not acting as an action verb. Why? Because it is placed just before the noun to describe the noun. What is that noun here? Look. Look is a noun. Look here, it actually look also is an active verb, action verb. But here we are not using it as an action verb. So, it is acting as noun. Look. She looks. In that the sentence is action verb. The look is acting as action, but here it is not acting as a action verb. It is acting as a noun form, abstract noun. We can say like that. Father had a worried look. What type of look it is? Worried look. I have seen broken tractor. I had seen flying bird. Flying is an adjective, but that is present participle, but that is not a past participle. That's what we have seen in the earlier class while discussing the present participle. But here we are using past participle form of the action verb. Ed or en. We have to use ed or en form. Worried, ed we are using. Worried look. To describe the look, we are using past participle form of action verb as worried. So, it is a adjective. It is a adjective and placed where? Before the noun. Before the noun. Which is noun here? Look. So, before the noun we have placed the adjective. So, we can place the past participle form of a verb which is acting as an adjective before the noun as well as after the noun also. So, let me explain some examples. So, just first let me explain this example that is given in your textbook. After that, I will give you few examples outside. So, father had a worried look when he came home. Here, worried is the action verb, but it is acting as a past participle as a adjective. So, here I told no, noun is, look is the noun and we are describing here what type of look that father had. What type of look he had? Worried look. Understood? Worried look he had. We can say if father is worried, we can say like that. But we are describing his look, how he is looking, the face, the facial expressions. What type of look he had? Worried look. So, worried is here is adjective. At the same time, one more quality of worried is past participle according to your topic. Past participle is acting as adjective and look is noun form. So, before noun we can use, and in the second example, if we do the second point, if you say after noun also. Before going to that point, let me explain this. I wheeled home my broken bicycle. So, my broken bicycle. Okay. So, cycle we know, right? Everyone knows it has two wheels. So, that's with the name it got the bike. So, the cycle is there, but it is broken. Cycle, bicycle is the noun form. Before the noun form, we have placed broken. Break, broke, broken. Break is the base form of action verb and broke is the past form of the action verb. Broken is the past participle form. Got it? So, past participle form of break is broken, but here it is acting as adjective. So, what type of cycle it is? It is broken cycle. It is broken cycle. Got it? For example, the pen is here. Take the pen. Got it? I showed the pen, and after that I have put the cap closed. If I imagine I kept here, I can say like this, this pen is closed. Okay, and here, for example, if I close the book like this, I can say the closed book. This is a closed book. Book is the noun, but what type of book it is? How I am going to describe it? Closed book. Closed, C-L-O-S-E-D, closed is the adjective, book is the noun. But here closed is adjective, one side it is the past participle form of close, C-L-O-S-E, close is the action verb. Close the door, close the book. Okay, after closing the book, what happened? We can say this book has closed book. This is the closed chapter, this is a closed book, we can say. And if I open this, opened book. Got it? Book is noun only, but two ways we can describe. One is opened book, another one is closed book. Both are adjectives, opened as well as closed. but they are acting as adjectives. But basically what they are? Past participle forms. Close, open. I think you are getting the point. That is close, open. Both are action verbs, but we are making it as the adjectives by adding ed. Opened and closed. In the same way here also. Broken bicycle. Broken chair we can say. Right. Fallen leaves. If the leaves are fallen on the ground, how can we say the leaves are fallen? Okay, that is one sentence. I saw fallen leaves. Leaves are noun, but fallen is the adjective. We are using as adjective before the noun. Which is noun? Leaves. Okay, so here just let me give some example. So here broken vessels, fallen leaves, fallen leaves. Next, postponed decision. Okay, finished task. See here, all these are all nouns. These are all nouns. And these are all past participle. Say two ways. We have combined and we made compound verbs. Such a way also. That like that also we can say. Past participle. We are describing these nouns by using the past participle forms of verbs as adjectives. They are acting as adjectives. All these are adjectives because they are describing these nouns. They are describing these nouns. Broken vessel, fallen leaves, postponed decision, finished task. Next, move to the another one. So here we have used the past participle as adjective, but before the nouns. We can use after the nouns also. After the nouns, just placing the past participle after the noun. We can use. So let's move to the C point. So here see, they function as adjectives that come after a noun. After the noun. So just I'll give you a few examples, then we'll complete the topic. Next topic, next class I'll explain the remaining 3 points. First get into these 3 points. Give you some examples of this. So these are all before the noun. So we can put example before the nouns. Past participles as adjectives. But one is before noun, another one is after noun. Okay, first we will see before noun. Okay, first we will see before noun. So we can write these examples. That also, but full sentence I'll make one sentence here. See, Ankit crossed the river by rowing a stolen boat. Okay, boat is noun, stolen is the past participle. Okay, another example let me give. She was not aware of her reduced portions. Reduced is the adjective, that is past participle, but portions are noun. Portions are noun. So like that we can make some more examples. For example, see here, he pushed the opened door. Door is noun, opened is past participle, but it is acting as adjective. Okay, so try to understand this. If you have doubts, you can ask me. I will give you some more examples and also will give you the list of irregular form of verbs, action verbs.